In this video of source tools, I will show different options you can use which are not necessarily related to idling or item drops. They can also be used while playing Team Fortress 2 if you launch it through source tools. So we'll go in the profile configuration. We'll just use Easy Spectate for the example. So let's go in basic options. So you can choose to change the Steam friend status the moment you launch source tools in this profile. So let's say you want to idle and you want to set yourself to offline or away. You can just select option number 1, type in away. Option number 2 is when you close source tools, you might want to restore your online status. So here I would type online. That means that when I start source tools, I'm set as away, and then when I close it, I'm set as online. Number 3 is you can change your in-game player name without actually having to change your Steam friend's name. It uses the set info name command from Team Fortress 2, except that you don't have to apply it every single time you connect to a new server or change map. Fourth option is you can add your launch options, whatever you want. It will be applied when you launch Team Fortress 2. Option number 5 is normally source tools will try to remove the launch options already included in Steam, but you can make it add those launch options as well. Number 6 is you can set to display whatever you want in the title bar, not very important. Number 7 is to change the color background of source tools when you launch it to play or idle. And number 8 is when you use the switch command, you type switch in source tools, you can make it switch automatically to any other profile. So let's say you can, for idling, you might want to have your switch profile to be your play profile, and then so when you would type switch, it would close Team Fortress 2 and relaunch it to play normally. And then here in SRC Tools Core Config, you can do some tweaking. For example, if Team Fortress 2 doesn't really launch like it says, Steam says that it's preparing to launch Team Fortress 2, but then nothing happens, you can increase the number to several seconds, 5 or 10 seconds. Second one is if it's trying to launch Team Fortress 2. It's going to wait about 2 minutes before giving up and thinking that it failed to launch. You can increase that timer if your computer is very slow and takes forever to launch Team Fortress 2. Third option, you can ignore this. It's for the old settings of source tools. Fourth is how often you want source tools to refresh. It's also a performance thing. It's right now it's 2000, which is 2 seconds. You can increase it or decrease it. Fifth option is for how often Team Fortress 2 will read the input commands from a CFG file that source tools writes. By the way, for option 4 and 5, if you increase one, you should increase the other. So if you make, or the same thing if you decrease. So if you decrease how fast Team Fortress 2 checks the CFG file, meaning it checks it very fast, then you want also source tools to refresh more often. It's complicated as to why, but it's important. Sixth option is also if you want to use 2 different configuration mode. That will be in much more advanced usage of source tools, so you can ignore this. And option number 7 is if you have problems with source tools crashing in the middle of idling or whatever reason, you can set this value. I recommend it to be 3. This will make source tools write a lot of information very fast, but when it crashes, you'll know exactly where it happened, and then you can take a screenshot and send it to me. If you set it to 2, it will show you the pre-launch, as in what source tool is doing before launching Team Fortress 2. So if you crash before that, you should set it to 2. The value 1 is obsolete, forget about it. For demo file management and demo recording, that's for if you want to, okay, let's start with demo recording option. First one is if you want to start recording a demo every time you connect or start a new game. Some people want to record everything they do, but they keep forgetting to start a recording. And then the other options is more how you want to name the demo file. But every time there's a new demo being recorded, it will be a unique name, and then you can add other stuff with the 3 other options as to how the name shows. Demo file management. That's if you want to store your demo files, like if you record a lot and the hard drive for Team Fortress 2 is getting full, you can make Source Tools send the demos elsewhere after they were recorded. And that's pretty much it. Well, there's Add-on Manager. There's the Blacklist Updater from tf2stats.net. That will require you to make an account on tf2stats.net. Maybe I can show you right now. So you go on tf2stats. So I already registered an account. So when you register an account, you go to your user control panel. Here you will have a key that you put in here at option number 2. So you would do copy, then 2, paste. There you go. And then you want to enable the blacklist. So I should say what the blacklist does. So you go in the user CPU, you go in blacklist preferences. So the blacklist is a huge database of all the settings of all the servers. So you can choose to block servers with a certain setting. Let's say you want to block every server that's pure 0 because you're afraid of texture hackers. You want to block instant respawn, you want to block fake player count, you want to block servers that have a respawn time lower than 10. You want to block servers that disable the wait command. You want to block friendly fire, block a lot of stuff. And then when you save your preferences, and when you launch Source Tools, with the option turned on here and your key entered here, Source Tools will download the blacklist and apply it to your blacklist file in here. And every time you do this, it will update with accurate data, and it will not blacklist any servers in your favorites, and it will not lose any blacklisted servers that you added yourself. So it's very useful in terms of filtering whatever you don't like. So that pretty much covers everything in Source Tools. So good luck with this. Oh, sorry, one more little thing. You can have, if you go in user files, profiles, you can have configuration files that are executed every time you launch Team Fortress 2 for a specific profile. So let's say for Easy Spectate, you have a folder here. And inside this folder, you can put CFG files that will do whatever you want when Team Fortress 2 is launched. And in the Connect folder, the same thing, you put CFG files with commands inside. And those CFG files will be executed every single time you connect to a new server. And that is all. So enjoy.